Hi friends, it's Miss Heather, and I'm so glad you are here with me today to learn about plants. I am actually working on my flower box behind me and putting in some flowers. First, I want to talk to you all about plants. What do you all think plants need? Many people grow plants. They grow plants in clay pots and window boxes. They grow plants in gardens and on farms. Some people grow plants to sell. People who grow plants know what plants need to live. Plants need water. They take up water through their roots. Water travels from the roots up through into the stems and the leaves. Plants also need nutrients. Nutrients come from the soil, the dirt that they grow in, and they are mixed with the water as it travels through the plant. Plants need light, lots and lots of sunlight. Leaves capture sunlight to make energy for the plants. The food allows the plants to grow. That energy is food. Plants can store some of this energy or food to use later. Plants need space. Roots need room to grow. Roots can't get enough water and nutrients if they are too crowded. Leaves that are too crowded can't get enough light. Do you think this plant will have what it needs to grow big and strong? Let's see. Most plants will keep growing and spreading by using their seeds. The plants I have today are a little different. Let's read about the seeds first. One way to give plants enough space is to get rid of the weeds. Weeds are unwanted plants. How did weeds get into this garden? We have to pull them up, root and all, to get rid of them. Like many plants, weeds start as seeds. Some come from another plant's flower. When the seeds are ripe, they are ready to travel. Some seeds float or spin through the air. They may land far from where they started. If they land on moist soil, they may start to grow. All right, and animals can also help spread seeds all over their environment. Today, however, I have flowers that grow from something called a bulb. Now, in this flower box, there isn't much space. So I have a bag that all of these bulbs came in. And I had to read all of my instructions and do a lot of measuring to figure out how many bulbs I can put in my flower box and how should I space them out. So we're actually going to plant the yellow daylilies and the pink phlox. Phlox, Jeff's pink phlox. The daylilies get to be 18 inches or 1.5 feet tall. They need to be planted 1 inch deep in the dirt or soil, and they need to be planted 20 inches apart from each other so that they have enough space for those roots and those leaves to grow. The phlox here will grow to be 28 inches tall. That's really tall. They need to be planted 1 inch deep as well, and they need to be planted 24 inches apart. So what I decided to do, I'm going to put on some of my protective gear here, like my gloves, and I'm going to grab a hat because it's really, really hot and the sun is really, really bright before we get started here. Now, I used a nice long tape measure to measure out the distance between all of the bulbs. 1 inch deep means that the bulb needs to be 1 inch below the top of the dirt or the soil. So I dug them each a little hole. However, I want to give my plants a little boost. These are earthworm castings or earthworm poop, and it's going to help these plants grow really, really strong. And I think I need to put 1 inch in the hole. So my hole now has to be 2 inches deep. Okay, so my thumb, the short part of my thumb right here is about 1 inch. So if I can get my whole thumb down in there, that's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna put in some earthworm castings, about 1 inch deep. Can you all see them? Now this is my bulb. My goal here is to find which direction do the roots grow and which direction are the leaves growing. And if I look really, really close right here, I think I see the leaves. So that means this end has to go up towards the sun, and the roots need to be pointed down towards the ground. So now I'm going to put this guy down here. I'm going to make sure I have about an inch above him, and I'm going to gently cover up my bulb. All right, so let's go over here now to this bulb. It needs to be about 2 inches deep. That's my whole thumb. I think that's pretty good. And I need to do about 1 inch of earthworm castings. So I put my thumb down in, maybe a little bit more. All right, and put my bulb in there. It's definitely an inch below the soil. And I'm gonna gently cover it up. Now this is the daylily. It looks a little bit different. The leaves are coming out here. Pretty easy to find. Uh-oh, but do you see these roots? We don't want our roots sticking out above the soil. I need to bury all of them. There we go. All right. I don't want to forget this daylily behind me. I'm getting some castings. Measure my thumb. There we go. All right, friends, can you tell which way the roots are growing and which way the leaves are growing? The leaves are growing up and the roots are growing down. So, friends, one reason why I picked these flowers to plant in my garden is, number one, they will come back every year. As long as we take good care of them, keep all the weeds away from stealing the soil and the nutrients and the sunshine from them, right? And we might have to trim them and take care of them once in a while. At this time in our lives, though, plants can bring a lot of calmness and positivity. And these plants are some of my favorites because they actually are great food for pollinators. Lily, do you have any idea what pollinators are? Can you name one? Let's think really hard. Some of them are black and yellow. They are striped and they buzz around. And if you like honey, you have tasted some of their amazing work. So bees are pollinators. They are so very, very important to our earth. They help us with our food. They help us with shelter because we make a lot of shelter out of wood and things. And really, a lot of plants wouldn't be able to survive without bees. Another great pollinator has beautiful wings. They start off as caterpillars. They make a chrysalis, and then they metamorphosize into butterflies. There's also hummingbirds and quite a few other insects and critters as well that help with pollination. So these flowers are meant for pollinators. Ooh, this one's tricky again. Here's the leaves. I see the green. And here are the roots. And pollinators are so very, very important. So I want to make sure that my garden has lots of food for those pollinators. Pollinators like bees and hummingbirds. I'm going to borrow this over here. They like to find the flowers on plants, and they like to use the pollen, which is yellow. It kind of looks like a yellow fuzzy finger on the inside of a flower. And a bumblebee, they will take that pollen and they will stick it to their back legs, and then they'll fly it all the way home. Bees will take the pollen and they'll chew it up to make honey, which is pretty awesome and very yummy and good for you. So I am done planting my bulbs. I've tried to make sure that they have enough soil, which is shelter for them, that they have good access to sunlight. This is actually the east-facing side of our house. They have some worm castings to give them that extra boost. I don't like the way this is looking, so I'm going to fix it real quick. Can anybody remember or figure out, guess, what am I missing? There's one more thing that I need to give these plants so that they can grow nice and strong. Can any living thing live without water? No. So I'm going to get my hose real quick. I'm going to step right outside the camera view. I want you to take a nice look at my garden here, my flower box, and we'll check back with you in just a couple weeks. So I'm going to add some water. It's going to take a second to get through our long hose. Should turn it up just a little bit. All right, and now we have some water So thanks, friends, for joining me today. I'm so glad you came to help me plant my flower box and get my garden started. I hope you guys all have fun. If you guys have time to plant some flowers or other things with your family in the near future, spring is the perfect time. Don't forget to get out in the sunshine and put a smile on your face. Until next time, friends, take care. Goodbye.